Hello and a warm welcome to Media Trend on Agricultural Research Council of Nigerian Television, Mabushi Abuja. I am Euphemia Ijoma. Let's start with the story of May Edochie, who allegedly sued Yul and his second wife Judy Austin for adultery. The famous influencer was reported to have demanded 100 million naira in damages in her lawsuit against Judy for committing adultery with her husband. May, in her suit, noted that she and Yul married under the 1970 Marriage Act, which indicated that neither a man nor a wife can have more than one wife or husband at a time. Both Judy and Yul are aware of the lawsuit, having received copies of the suit papers by email. Wahoo!
I think that's a bold step to take. If you've been following their story, you would find out that Yul and his second wife, they've been together for a while, and then his first wife has actually felt cheated, and their relationship is strained. So if getting a divorce is what will make both parties settle amicably, they can go ahead for it.
Well, I feel Yul is trying to also kick back at them, knowing that they've been trying to live happily in as much as they had a lot of issues regarding the just emergence of Yul Edochie and Judy as husband and wife. So I feel she's just trying to find a compensation for herself, or better still, pull some sort of attention for herself, because I believe we are actually living, it's so unfortunate that we are living in a society where attention is actually what everybody craves for. So I think for me, she's just trying to also, attract some sort of attention for herself so that she can be relevant on the media space, and that is all I have to say about that.
And you do not think you are against her filing for a divorce?
No, I'm not against her filing for a divorce. It's legal, it's normal. If you don't want to stay with someone, why not just give it all up? I clearly understand her grievances, but the issue of bringing him being an adult, committing adultery according to the Nigerian Constitution 1987 or thereabout wasn't really necessary. Of course, they have a child. You should know that he's been sleeping around and all that. So why bringing it up now? Just for me, I feel it's just pure, clear-cut indication of seeking for attention, and that's all that she's doing. Yes, that's all she's doing.
I think Yul really went extreme far, from the onstart. He shouldn't have done that, cheating on, the first wife. In fact, it's a no-no. He shouldn't have done that, because he has actually broke the trust of the wife, and that of the children. You understand? And as a Christian, it's direct, like, you're just entitled to one wife, and that's it. So him coming out to lay all those claims that you can actually, get married to more than one person, trying to use, the Old Testament as a backup, I think it's out of point at all. You understand? He's a cheater and he's a cheater. Yeah, because, it's so devastating, you understand? That's a lot of emotional torture. Like, she's going through a lot, you understand? So if she can't condone that, I think that would be okay. The divorce is okay. Yeah.
I will say that I want to give a thumbs up to May. And for the guys, let me even put it in my shoes. Imagine you're having two girlfriends. Imagine the headache alone. Trying to, you have to be super smart before you can have two girlfriends. They're talking about two wives in the same house or different house, I don't know. But I think she took a bold step because she can't bear it, and that was why she had to take the path of divorcing Yul Edochie. So, at my own side, I will not have advice for somebody to take two wives as a role of marital lifestyle. Divorce per se, I'm a Christian, so divorce is not a good thing. So you have to be sure of your marriage before you go into a marriage plan. So I won't advise for a divorce. I would just advise you should look very well, you should pray, and you should also be sure of what you want to do before you go into any marital life. So I won't say divorce it's a yes from me.
And in a related development, in a recent interview with media personality Jude Jidonwo, Pete Edochie revealed Yul's legal wife had been the backbone and success of the family. He said, and I quote, "First of all, Yul is 41 and I don't interfere in his affairs, no. Suddenly we heard he has picked up a second wife." Speaking further, he noted that the news of Yul's second marriage came as a surprise to him. Mary is not just a daughter-in-law. I don't want to say that I love Mary more than the other wives of my sons, but the love I have for Mary is strong. Why? The father and I were very close. Mary is a girl I love to the marrow. By the way, she is a wonderful person. Mary is a very, very brilliant girl. You may not know. Mary is a computer wizard. That lady you're looking at right there, to a very large extent, the success of that home is to Mary's credit. Yeah. But again, you know things like this happen and it's so difficult to convince her that you are not part of it.
Can I be honest with you? I actually do not believe that Pete is not aware. Maybe he may not know how serious the situation is, but I want to believe that he knew that his son had taken a second wife, or probably was planning to, but he didn't know that, oh, he had already gone ahead and married her and made her his second wife. And then Pete is just coming out now to like save face and just tell us what we need to hear. But I want to believe that he knew that there was something going on between his son and his first wife. Probably he didn't know how serious the situation was, but I believe he knew. He knew something about it.
For me, I feel he's just trying to be on the fence about the whole issue. For him to have come out to say he also found out on the social media that his son got a wife. They've been going smoothly with the son. They've been going smoothly. In fact, I saw a video, in fact, when the whole heated issue of Yul Edochie with Judy was out, there was this handshake he was giving him, calling him a bediki and all that. So I'm so shocked him coming out to say he was so surprised. For them to have been having a very good rapport with his dad for a very long time, and then for him to just surface all of a sudden to say he never knew about the second wife, I feel it is totally standing or sitting on the fence about the whole issue. So he will not be looked like some sort of irresponsible that who is in support of polygamy, because I believe they are Christians, or we're all Christians, and it's against polygamy. And of course Nigerians, in as much as there are some traditions that actually allow polygamy, he's just trying to come out as a public figure that is against polygamy. If not so, I feel he's in the know. It's just like a gimmick. It's a game. That's what let me just put it that way. It's just a gimmick and a game to assume like I'm innocent, I don't know anything about it. I'm sure he knows about Judy being the second wife or concubine to Yul Edochie.
No, the fact is, no reasonable dad, in its right sense, we support what Jules has actually done. You understand? The dad is a phenomenal person. A legend, even in the moving industry, a popular person, reputable, and so he's definitely is not going to be in support of that. You understand? And I think, with all forms of convictions, that he's actually not in support, and it should be fine as that. It's okay as that.
Yeah. For Pet Edochie the boss, most of all these big families, they don't really used to have an idea of how some of their children even run their life. So him not even knowing that his son has taken another wife, I would say it's vulnerable to his family, because I don't know how my dad will not know if I should take a second wife. That means there is no communication there. That's one. And since he knew that yes, his son has taken a second wife, he now gave the wife a kudos for doing that. So I don't know the ideology behind that, for even supporting his wife's in-law for taking a bold step for divorcing his own son. So I really can't relate to that.
Moving on, George Alfred, popularly known as Just Too Funny, a popular Nigerian skit maker and comedian, took his act to America's Got Talent and put up a very hilarious performance. He appeared on the stage where he took 3 of his acts as a speed reader, fast rapper and magician to the big stage. This stirred a lot of reactions on social media going by his kind of content. A reaction read, "Just too funny, so you took your madness to America's Got Talent. They don't know you're crazy. How you tricked them to climb that stage several times." Another reaction, "Josh, too funny on America's Got Talent show. If at first you don't succeed, try, and try again." Congratulations, Josh, you really made a lot of people happy with this. These are one of many that still keeps us as Nigerians. Congrats, Josh.
You know, one thing with Nigerians, we love to support our own, especially if we are on a global stage. So him going there, I mean, to us, we know that skit already, we have seen it, but to the global audience, to the Western world, they are new to something like that. So it's a very good thing for him to take himself out there, promote himself and make his brand bigger, expand it to the Western world and make himself known out there. So we're very happy for him. I mean, it's Nigeria to the world. We're putting ourselves on the map.
Yeah, he has placed Nigeria on the map, but have you watched the said comedy? Well, for me, I think I watched that one. He read the book, that the fastest book reader. He got a lot of boos and noise. You know, that is not putting Nigeria on a good map, not at all. For to say I'm from Nigeria and then literally say you did some. We know him to have been creating those sort of content over the years to attract some sort of likes and just put people in a comic mood. But for him to go on a global stage like that, to say I'm a Nigerian and you say you read a book, you're the fastest writer with that silly sort of excuse, for me, I don't think it's putting Nigeria on the map. There are a lot of Nigerians who are quite talented, not having that opportunity to be. In Nigeria, a typical Nigerian like yourself and myself just need 1 minute on that stage to make a difference. That we're definitely not going to be booed, but rather people will clap for us. So I don't feel that at times, to be really serious, that's also true. If you're going to portray Nigeria in that light, if he's portraying Just Too Funny as a brand over there, fine, you understand, it's Just Too Funny. But we're talking about 210 million people. You say you are coming to represent them as a fastest reader. Is that how you read in Nigeria? As far as I'm concerned, if I was American, that's what is this how they read in Nigeria? Oh, no wonder you guys are so corrupt. That's what it means for me, in my own opinion. So I feel that at times he needs to be more serious. He could probably go up there and maybe crack a stand-up comedy. You can't have basket mouth on that stage and will not actually bring it home. Of course, he's going to have probably maybe even a golden buzzer at the end of it all. So I feel Just Too Funny actually took it to the extreme in my own perspective, to have been taking sort of a silly thing we've been seeing back here at home. For me, I just feel again is just seeking for attention, because I believe after that his social media handles, which now has been monetized, is going to attract some huge a heterogeneous number of people from that sort of from Europe and the rest now to actually have followership and having money. So I think it was a good business for him anyway to have followers suddenly from all nooks and crannies of the world. So that's my take on that.
Wow. Absolutely, Josh Too Funny actually made Nigeria proud, by being on that great platform, all to the world. Josh Too Funny has taken his crafts, beyond just Nigeria, to the international scene, where he has to showcase, his talent. And I think that's absolutely awesome. One thing that amazes me, that gives me so much excitement about Josh Too Funny also, is the fact that he was able to bring out something, or to showcase something that is not actually common. You understand? If you take a look at his comedies, they are quite different. You understand? It's just beyond acting. It's just beyond ordinary comedy. Him bringing out that act publicly, in the American Got Talent, it's a wonderful one. And wherever he is a shout out to him, kudos to him. And we expect more Nigerians, to rise up to that case also, just as Josh Too Funny.
Just Too Funny is the comedian, and I like him. I like his Ibotic accents, and sometimes whenever he does his comedy, you still sit down to look at it again to check what this guy say. What's the message? before you know that, oh, this is what he's saying. So the recent one he did about the flipping and all those stuff. So Just Funny is good. Yeah, it's good. You know, all these comedians, they have steps. So Just Funny, I will not say he's an upcoming again. So these are legends in the in the, what's it called, in the comedian industries. So these guys are good. So they are trying to step people forward.
A touching video on social media has captured the internet's attention with a customer's kind act for an ice cream vendor at a cozy mall. The customer approached the female staff and asked for a cone of ice cream, then handed her the ice money. But as she was about to give him the cone, he told her it was a gift. The ice cream seller was stunned and delighted by the unexpected gesture, and her smile lit up the whole place. Many who watched the video expressed appreciation for the approach and indicated that they would try it too.
Yes, it's a kind gesture because often at times we forget that the people we buy from or the people we patronize from are also like us, the regular human beings like us. So it's always nice, probably as a customer, you come in, I'm buying from you and then I'm offering it to you as a gift. It's a nice gesture. Yes, I do believe it is.
So what would happen to you like if such gesture gets to you?
I will accept it though. I will greatly appreciate it if someone does that to me. I mean, everyone loves to be treated kindly. So that's a very kind gesture. And then it's also a reminder that in as much as the world right now is not so good, there are still nice people out there that can think of doing something good for you.
Wow, that's amazing and that's quite sweet. It's good to be nice. It's good to be nice. It really pays to be nice. You can imagine people like that hardly get such kind of gestures. People do gestures with benefits. This is a buy that probably maybe you're not seeing for the rest of your life and it's giving you that instantly without you knowing about it. It's not about the gift. It's not about the ice cream, whatever. It's just the feeling, wow, priceless. You know, it's a different thing that my brother gave me a gift and then someone outside gave me a gift. They can be, in fact, maybe my brothers give maybe more than that, but I more appreciate that of that very person because the feeling hits quite different. So I'm sure the seller there, the vendor there, the feeling was priceless. Wow, I'm dishing this out to give it to a customer and then he's saying, I bought it for you. What it simply means, simple, you are special. So you can imagine that smile. That smile is healing. That smile is infectious. That smile is priceless. And I'm sure for the whole week that is going to linger in her mind, knowing that she was quite special. So I feel if you're out there watching things like this, I think these are the little things we can actually do to people. And then we end up having a better world. We end up having better fathers. Probably she was depressed, house rent, issues and all that. And then someone just did that. For that very moment, the whole world is like stopped at a point to actually enjoy the moment while it lasts. So I feel it's quite amazing, and I think people should key into such things. The little thing like, okay, like what I'm having here now is some pack of granola someone got for me, even though she's my friend that got it for me. But it's quite different when a stranger does see you and say, come on, I got this for you. You know, especially what you even sell. You know, it's quite special. Yeah, it is.
Well, I've actually been a sales boy before. I've done a work of a cashier before, and most of the times one of the rules being placed as a salesperson is for you never to tamper with the goods or the products in the shop, or the goods and products kept under you. You understand? So, well, it's actually funny though, but the fact is, because she's actually there, being employed, selling things there, does not mean she had access to some of those things. So it's very, very, most people you see in supermarkets, selling as sales girls, as sales boys, it happens that they don't have, they don't have access to some of those products there. So the guy coming in after buying the stuff, then, offering it back to her, I think it's so amazing. You understand? It's good. If I was in a position, in a shoe rather, I will accept it. You understand? It's a gift, and that's amazing. That's love.
Yeah, the girl seems to be a sales girl. Maybe sometimes any favor that comes up from a man, there is a reason behind it. Yes. So why won't he buy reke from an aboki that is selling reke. It's also love. So if you want to love generally, you hardly see a guy buying his own fellow guy something. I don't know what man do, man. But the normal thing is, yes, it's general for the opposite sex to always express their gesture and to always kind of be kind to the opposite side. But for me, buying the same product, that means I have some. I really like that guy, and I can do that over and over again. I don't know if you understand. Do you understand? Yes, I can do that over and over again. So it's normal. It's normal to buy a product. Like I've met some girls that will be selling shoes, and you can. Have I? No, I have not. I have not. I will not try that actually. Yes. Thank you.
And to wrap up this episode of Media Trend, a boss decided to have some fun with his employee and gave her a fake sack letter accusing her of bringing men to the office. The employee was sad, started crying and begged for mercy until the boss couldn't keep a straight face and revealed it was a prank. What sort of a prank is that? Many people noticed that the boss may be in love with the lady, which was why he played such a prank to pass a message. A reaction read, "If you're not married, that's your wife. Rush before another person come." A lady reacted, "Wahoo!"
Well, I feel like it was an expensive prank. I mean, because no one loves to be sacked. We all know how hard it is to get job these days. So for you to just come to the office and your boss is giving you a sack letter with no viable reason why. I mean, it was an expensive joke, but thank God it was a prank. If someone like me, I would burst out crying. Honestly, I won't lie. I would cry and I would probably beg. I will beg, please, I beg. What did I do? What did I do? But since it's a prank, it's fine.
Of pranks, I think I like this prank. I like this prank because prank these days has been abused. Prank with coffins, prank with a lot of dead bodies and all that, which can actually trigger some sort of fear and anxiety in people that might amount to stroke or even breakdown. But then for this boss to have done that, I think it's also a way to see how much he valued the job. Or better say, he has never seen her in that mood, so he wants to just have fun and play with her. So it's going to create some sort of, I think it's amazing. It means he's actually not a boss, he's a leader. Yeah, he's not a boss, he's a leader. For you to play that kind of play with your employee, come on, I think you're a leader, not a boss. You don't need to be bossy. You know, there are some bosses that don't play that. When they give you that letter, be rest assured it's truly the letter, it's a sack letter. So for you to have been to give your employee, so it means you are just playing with them, so which is amazing. It creates an amazing atmosphere of G's and talk with people. So I feel, come on.
Well, welcome to Nigeria, where most things now are getting, can I say, offhand. You know, well, it's actually a prank. It was later opened up to her being a prank. So there's nothing bad in that. It depends on her and it depends on the man. It might happen that the man actually has maybe different intentions towards the lady, you know, because I believe most men, let me say 85% of men, they don't do things just because they just want to do it. And I believe generally that anything done, it's actually backed up by a particular intention. There's actually an intention. There's a reason why he did that. So, well, she's lucky. She should consider herself lucky because I definitely know that after that scenario, something good is going to come up. So
It depends on how the work looks like, because it's not everything you prank people about. You might just prank her and maybe that is what her life depends on it. And in the process of she trying to get herself maybe high blood pressure, high BP, and she has gone. She will not go and explain to devil or to God that it was a prank they gave to her and she never. So there are things you put on prank. Mostly I see it on social media where people try to prank themselves. Yes, it's very funny, it's cool, but there should be a level, there should be a measure of some things you have to abstain from in using it as a prank. You can prank any other thing. You can prank her by saying you have to be at work 2 weeks by not going home. But man, the way the country is now, the country is on like from fire to fire now, and you are pranking somebody on the job. The person will just give up now. So everybody's going through a lot. The country itself is going through a lot.
we draw the curtains on Media Trend this week. Until next week, when we'll bring you more tales and twists as reflected on the social media. This is Euphemia Ijoma, thanking you for being there.